thought of you. You're more than the sunshine in my eyes. A baked meter. That's a good idea. But I'm always baked. Look at the joint I have to smoke during this here live stream that we do. What is over here? Hi, guys. I hope everybody's doing well today. Christy Davidson is here. Sashina's here. Vicky's here. Jonathan fixed my outro thing. Thank you. Courtney's here. You guys, I'm drinking a drink and I really like it. It is, let me find the bottle. Vitamin water. I love vitamin water. I've got it in a cup with ice, but it reminds me a lot of McDonald's, the original like orange drink that you got from McDonald's. Do you guys remember that? I do. I do. I forget a lot of things, but that I remember. Love that. Anyways, I hope everybody is doing well today. It tastes watered down. Yeah, I like it watered down. I water things down to begin with. I also have coffee here that I'm drinking out of my hashtag not a sponsor mug. Not a sponsor yet mug. Bubba mug. Orange from McDonald's is high C, even in the 90s. Also, my sweater has a big rip in it. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's on this side. Well, look at that. But it's so cold. So I'm just gonna deal with it later. Yeah, it is very cold today everywhere we go. I have all the heaters out, every heater I could find and procure. Um, and my drink is luckily hot because of my Bubba mug. Thank you, Bubba. Hashtag not a sponsor yet. Literally still hot. Okay, before I die. We're just gonna watch one hearing today, one set of hearings that is like I don't want to have to change videos mostly because I'm lazy and I have other shit to do today. So we're just gonna watch one season, one episode of Bond Court, with a different judge, and then we will go ahead and the Stanley Cups. Won't. I wouldn't say no to a Stanley Cup, but I would not go out and buy myself a Stanley Cup. This is like a mug, like I think it's just as good as a Stanley, but whatever. This is not my favorite mug, by the way. Just so you guys know. But it does keep things very hot or very cold for a very long time. If I was to put ice in this cup, put a drink in it, and leave it overnight, the next day there would be ice in my cup. And that does make me happy. There is something very just nice about that. The new ones came out to Starbucks. I think, or not to Starbucks, sorry, to Target, and they were like pink ones for Valentine's Day for the Stanley mugs. I put a Stanley mug on my Amazon wish list because I'm a cheeky bastard, but um this is like, I think this mug was $20, which is a lot. For me, $20 for this is a lot, but it gets you, like, this mug has done me very, very well. It's really heavy duty, really, really works well. So if a Stanley mug is like that, I can understand, but I feel like I've seen some of these girls and they have like 500 of them. And I just think to myself, why? Like, I guess it's like a fashion piece, like a purse, but I don't even carry, I mean, my purse has a hole in it. It really does. I feel bad about that. But I put a purse on my Amazon wish list too because I was like, shit, your purse has a hole in it. All right, you gotta start the fucking video, Paisley. Exit out of this, you dumb bitch. Sorry, I'm just laughing at myself. I was not. Oh, fucking shit. Um, Courtney, your purse is a dog treat carrier. Jonathan, that will get me hot. Look at you buying a mug, basically. Thank you, Jonathan. It's gonna pop up late, belatedly, as usual, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a few purses, but they're not good. Um, and usually, sorry, usually Jim, you and Jonathan, what are you guys are so sweet. I love you guys. Um, I, I just, if I get a purse that I like, I'll wear it to oblivion or use it to oblivion. I'm not going to show you. Part of my brain still, Jonathan! Jonathan! Oh my God. Jennifer! They're muted. Oh, it is muted. Oh, you guys can't hear that? I can hear it. Sorry. I'm listening to it on my end. Here, I'll play a few more extras. Uh, thank you, thank you, thank you. These will. I did. That's just the test one, but thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I forgot I had that muted. Honestly, I could hear it on my end. That's why it was confusing. But I was. Oh, I fucking look stupid. Okay, whatever. I love it though. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God. So funny, funny, funny. I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, let's find the chord. Jonathan, thank you. Jim, thank you. Jonathan, 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 thank you. Here we go. Oh, also, I already figured out tomorrow's theme for members only is going to be Sunday school. Dancing in silence is a vibe, anyways. I think it is. Oh my
All
gosh, I
right.
sneezed.
And deputies, are we ready to go?
Yes, sir. We're ready to go.
Okay. All right. Let me get the live stream up and running here. Okay, we are streaming live. Good morning, everyone. I'm Judge John Parker with the Clayton County Magistrate Court.
Hello, Judge Parker. I am KCC with YouTube. Thank you so much for letting us zoom into your court today. I did sneeze. I know, I sneezed twice. I hope uh yeah, hit the likes, guys. Also, make sure that you're subscribed. I noticed that somebody else unsubscribed today. Thanks for that. That just shows us you really weren't that cool.
This is the first appearance calendar for January the 12th. What I'm going to be doing today is providing you with some information um, about your charges and the process from here. We are not going to be trying your case today or taking a plea, so we're not going to have any legal discussions about the specific facts of your case. What I'm going to do today for you is inform you of your charges, explain your rights, set a bond on those offenses where I'm authorized to do so today.
Hi, Mikey. Who else just came in? It was somebody who got a membership. It was Betty. Betty, hi. Um, Mikey, have you ever heard of these Stanley mugs that people have that they're like obsessed with that are people are freaking out over? Do you guys have them in your area? Do you have one? That's the question.
Today, schedule a preliminary hearing and determine whether you require a court-appointed attorney. In terms of your rights, you have the right to remain silent. This is a public hearing. It is streamed live to YouTube. Therefore, do not give me any personal details or any information about your case that I do not ask you for. Anything that you say during this proceeding can be used against you at a later proceeding. You're presumed to be innocent of all charges until the state of Georgia proves you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to an indictment by a grand jury for felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors. You have the right to a speedy and a public trial by a jury. You have the right to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf. You have the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you. And you have the right to testify in your own defense if you choose to do so. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. If you are not a United States citizen, some charges can affect your immigration status. And if you have questions on that, you would need to consult with an attorney. Now, I will assign bonds on those offenses where I can this morning. Those bonds will allow your release from jail pending the prosecution of your case. Bonds can be posted in three different ways. The first is a cash bond. If someone has the full amount of the bond in cash, they can deliver it to the sheriff's office along with the applicable fees. The sheriff's office would hold that bond.
Yeah, I just saw that too. Mikey, are you just hanging out here and posting live chases as well? Or was that a mistake? There's not another Baltimore chase, is there actually? I'm assuming that he made a short or something of the video. This is my Bubba mug. Still not my favorite mug. But hashtag not a sponsor yet. They are very good. Are we chatting with the guys in the truck? I'm trying. I'm trying to talk with the guys in the truck. If it's, I'll go look. I gotta go to the truck and knock on the window.
Until your final court date and then return it to the person who posted the bond. If you do not have the full amount of the bond in cash, you may be able to have a commercial bonding company post your bond. A bonding company may
Yeah, this just in from the guys in the truck. It is a video of the live chase that happened earlier this week, mistitled by whoever is in the truck right now. Uh, it should be recap of live chase in Baltimore, but that's okay. You know, we all learn. We live and learn.
charge you up to 15% of the bond as their fee. And that is a fee that would not be returned to you at the end of your case. Someone may also post a property bond if they have a net equity in that property of at least 3 times the amount of your bond. Each bond will have a condition that you're not to violate any laws while out on bond. Some of you will have additional special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. If you have a no contact provision on your bond, that means you have to stay away from that person and have no contact with them. No contact means you cannot call, text, email, write a letter to them, or contact them through any social media. If I order you not to return to a particular location, you cannot go back to that location for any reason. If that location is a residence that you share,
I don't think Mikey listens. I think he just reads the chat. Somebody's going to have to type it out to him. I understand, Dana. Yeah, this judge's voice is pretty good, Sashina. I like it. You like it too, Johnny?
with the alleged victim in your case, please make sure I know that. What I can do is adjust your bond to allow you to schedule an appointment with the sheriff's office where they would accompany you to the residence and retrieve what personal items you need. That is an appointment that you would need to schedule within the first 10 days of your release from jail. The court takes these special conditions very seriously. If you violate your bond order by violating the no contact or stay away provisions, the court may consider your contact to be intimidating or harassing, and you can receive additional felony charges like aggravated stalking or influencing a witness. Those types of charges carry punishment of up to 20 years in prison and $20,000 in fines. If your spouse, family member, or friend is the alleged victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond for you, as the court would have a no contact order for that person. You're also not allowed to contact the alleged victim while you're in jail. For those family members and friends watching our live stream this morning who plan on assisting someone this afternoon in posting bond, please wait at least 3 hours until after the conclusion of our hearing, because it takes that amount of time for us to process today's paperwork. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized to set a bond this morning. In those cases, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County. If you're currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond on many offenses today. Whether a bond is appropriate in your case would be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider your new arrest. Now, I will schedule everyone for a preliminary hearing today. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is enough evidence or probable cause to justify keeping you detained on your charges. If you post a bond and are released from jail, then your preliminary hearing is automatically canceled or waived since you're no longer being detained. If you are charged with only misdemeanors and you would like to go ahead and cancel or waive your preliminary hearing this morning, I will allow you to do so. What waiving your preliminary hearing this morning would do is possibly move your case along the pipeline a little faster, because once you waive your preliminary hearing, magistrate court transfers your case to state court, where state court would next schedule the arraignment hearing where you would enter a plea. If you do not waive your hearing and we put it on the calendar, that hearing is waived if you post bond anytime before that date. The court does not have any preference whether you waive the preliminary hearing or whether we schedule it, but if you are only charged with misdemeanors and you would like to waive the hearing today, just tell me that and I will allow you to do so. Okay, I need to swear everyone in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the information you're about to give this court, as well as any information you have provided on your...
I thought the girl in the front was raising both to be safe. Oh, for a second there, I thought she was fucking raising both to be safe. But she was just trying to figure out what to do with her mask. Hi, Shadow Knight Wolf. We are doing pretty good today. We are just getting started with our afternoon festivities. I'm drinking tonight. Mimi! Oh my god. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Um, I literally don't think she knew the girl in the front though. We're gonna go back 10 seconds. At the this girl right here, the one right there. Um, watch her because she's just gonna be like, Mimi, thank you so much. That's gonna pop up over here in a moment. Thank you. Seriously, so kind and so thoughtful. You guys, your support means everything to me. Seriously, so appreciate it. And I'm excited for Sunday. Plus, as a little reminder and a little teaser, tomorrow I already have our members only planned out, and it is going to be titled Sunday School. What do we think? What do we think from there? Also, like the videos because that's free. Free way to help your girl out.
Okay. I need to swear everyone in. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the information you're about to give this court, as well as any information you have provided on your application for a court-appointed attorney, is true and correct? If so, say I do.
I do.
Your Honor,
Yes. Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, did we get the Spanish interpreter?
She is not logged in just yet.
Okay,
When
but when
yeah,
she log in, I'll bring them back out.
yeah, I'll let you know when she logs in, and then we'll grab the Spanish speaking defendant.
All those females need to go back in there.
Yes, sir. You ready for the first?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're gonna go with the females first.
Okay.
All the females go back in six and they come out one by one.
Miss Lucky, you first.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Say what? What? Hi, Steffi. Mimi, can you interpret for us? Thank you so much. Um, what did she just say her name was? I swear to God. Is it up loud? No, it's not fully loud. Okay, now it's at 100p, but still.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me? Okay. Can you say your name one more time? Brock. Miss Brock. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Give me just a second to find you here. All right, Miss Brock, you have one charge that is criminal damage. I'm sorry, criminal trespass. That bond amount is $1,500. That is a misdemeanor. That comes with a special condition that you are not to return to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport unless you're in possession of a valid.
Our first airport, our first fucking day. Woo! Let's keep track of how many airport bannings we get today. Saturdays are a busy day for people going to the airport without a ticket. Seriously. I freaking just like also what is her name? And I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. I love it so much. Also, I know this sounds fake now. Like I wish Bubba was a sponsor. Hashtag not a sponsor yet, but this coffee is still hot. Like I made it hours ago. I'm just so thankful for that. Hashtag not a sponsor yet.
Ticket for travel that same day. If you would like the preliminary hearing, I'm going to put that on the calendar for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. Do you want me to schedule that hearing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And those are held at 8:30 in the morning and conducted over the computer, just like this one. And I have received your application for an attorney. I understand you are not working. Do you have any other kind of income? Okay. I am going.
Just airport cart income. My airport cart income. No. Hi, Moonfox. Mike, I know I hate the flu too. I'm sorry. Also somebody's yelling at me from another room. Potatoes, potatoes, because they wanted me to make potatoes, but that's later. Potatoes are this evening's plan.
To appoint someone to represent you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, this magistrate sounds like a pilot. Doesn't he sound like he could be a pilot? Especially with his headset on, he sounds like he's a pilot or a dispatcher or something.
You Nick, right?
Who is that?
Blake.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then, Amaya Long.
Done? Yeah, that's what she got signed.
Okay. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me? Miss Blake.
Alani Blaken? She looked very perplexed at looking at the wall, hey? She was just like, who else been touching this? KCC 69420, you are cleared for takeoff. Roger that, Tupac. KCC 69420, cleared for takeoff.
Okay. All right, Miss Blakely, you have got two charges. That is obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That bond amount is $2,000. The second charge is hindering the apprehension or punishment of a criminal. That is a felony offense. That bond amount is going to be $4,000. So your total bond is $6,000 this morning. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing that is going to be held on February the 14th at 8:30.
Valentine's Day plans. Bitch, you got a date before I did for Valentine's Day? Can somebody quickly find out what day of the week Valentine's Day is this year? Now we're in critical mode here because I need to know. What day of the week is Valentine's Day? Uh, again, she has now got a date before I have, but depending on the day of the week, maybe I already have a date. Is it a Wednesday? Is it really, Chris? I want it to be a Tuesday. I guess Wednesday's fine. I mean, I guess Hump Day, Valentine's Day, those do go together. For those people that are in a humping relationship, um, I won't say in a marriage, but I will say in a humping relationship, the second Tuesday of next week, prefer that, Tupac. Think that sounds like a plan. That's January 14th, maybe. No, that's tomorrow. January 14th tomorrow. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little Valentine's Day party on the channel. And hey, Tons, thanks for being here. I see your name in lots of other chats, so welcome. First live. We were just talking about Valentine's Day. We just realized that Valentine's Day is going to be on a Wednesday this year. Do you already have plans for Valentine's Day? Is it tons of carving? Tons of fun carving. Tons of fun carving. But why do I call you Tons in my head? But it's tons of fun? Brain doesn't work. Tons of fun. I think that's how you say it now that I've read it proper. But my brain has always said Tons for some reason. Shadow Nightwolf probably already has plans for Valentine's Day, again making me feel a little bit lonely. That's okay. I'll be around. I'm sure of it. This girl, so did we hear, you guys, did we hear about her crime? Because I think it was hindering the apprehension of a criminal. That's not something we always hear. Hmm? Oh no, where I'm not downloading Tinder. Mm-mm. I did that one time. Ugh. Actually, that could be a fun evening. Maybe that's what we'll do on. Oh. Ooh, should we do that on Valentine's Day? Go through my Tinder together and message people? Grim. Pushing a vacuum. Um, I'll probably I'll probably vacuum Valentine's Day too. I like things to be nice and tidy. Uh, that could be fun. Um, yeah, I'll think about that. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
30 a.m. and those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And I know you, on your court-appointed attorney application, you've indicated you are employed.
Tupac, wow. Valentine's Day chocolate budget, I like it. Yay! Appropriate place to spend it. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Woo! Happy Valentine's Day month early. Bam. Bam. Love it. So glad to see you back. I hope you're feeling better.
And you've indicated your salary level. So are you, uh, your salary level puts you beyond the threshold to qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So for right now, if you would like an attorney, you'll have to hire one on your own. Okay.
How much money is she making? Girl, what do you do? Girl, oh my gosh. Moon Fox, you met your one and only on Tinder. Listen, I know lots of people meet on Tinder, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, well, depends on how catfishy I want to be. I think it's only fair to use fairly recent photos, but I can make myself look pretty good. I'm not wearing that much makeup right now, but if I put on some more makeup, I look pretty good. So it's just it's overwhelming to, if I set up a Tinder profile, I'm pretty sure we'll get a lot of responses very quickly, is what I'm saying. And maybe that sounds full of myself. I guess it does. I don't know. I don't mean to. I mean it in a good way. Like it'll be funny. So,
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
You got, you want? Yes,
No, she not.
Okay. Would you smash or pass up here on Tinder if this was their Tinder photo? Oh my God. Paisley, stop it. You are being mean. These people are down on their luck. I don't care. It's so fucking funny. Look at her. Does anybody subscribe on does anybody subscribe on YouTube Shorts to the comedian lady who does a skit called Cigarette Mom, Sig Mom? And the cigarette mom is always like, "Here," and she yells like that, and she's got like a fake cigarette dangling out of her mouth, Sig Mom or whatever. And it looks exactly like her. Jim, get your goddamn ass over here right now. Something like that. Oh God, she's so funny. I watched a video of just before, just to, ruin that little fun, but somebody I don't do YouTube short. Well, I do YouTube shorts a little bit, but anyways, it pops up and somebody was like, "Hey, why would you do this? Like your mom is probably so mad at you. Like, you make such fun of her. You're so mean to her in these videos. And she told a heart-wrenching story about how her mom used to lock her in her bedroom using like child locks that she couldn't unlock. And she like she's like, so my mom was a bitch. Not to mention she's dead. So I don't care. But I just thought it was so great. Um MB, thank you so much. Did you like the ha 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 part in the middle? I worked a little bit on that, you know. Now listen, cigarette moms or Siggy moms, it's not that the bad yeah, she had CPS called on her for that door thing. Exactly, William. But that was a sad story. But she does a really good like oh, that was the other thing. At the end of that story, she like ended the video and she's like, "My mom would hate who I am now today. I'm gay." And I was just like, you guys liked it? Oh, good. I'm so glad you liked the ha 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 part. I worked on that. That video has tragically underviewed at the moment, but I hope that some people enjoyed it. I'm glad you guys did.
You want to take her back? The middle?
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Jessica Christian Wood.
She in M4.
Okay. Also, I guess Jessica Duran, is that a maiden name?
Yes.
Okay. So,
It's not Jessica Duran. This is Miss Jessica Pug. Give him your name. man.
Jessica Puig, sir. Puig.
Weeg. Okay. All right. We got several Jessicas.
Oh my God. She doesn't know her name. She was made whole. Right? If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, the latest video that I posted on my channel is one that we watched a couple times in the lives, and it is a woman who is a hundy P, already been made whole, but is just insistent upon it. Chris Engelby, thank you for being here, friend. I hope you're well. Yeah, she's hoping the other Jessica had lower charges. She literally just gambled with the Jessicas.
Here,
Yes,
so
sir.
I need to, let me find your paperwork. Okay, Miss Puig, you have one charge, that is battery family violence. That's a misdemeanor. That bond is going to be $3,500. You will need to stay away from and have no contact with the alleged victim, Darren Gant. It's my understanding that you and Mr. Gant both live at
You and Mr. Gant can't. You can't with Gant anymore. Ah! Oh, Tupac, she does look like a Motley Crue groupie. And Grim makes a good point. Was it ever? Was it ever? Cool.
1296 Brady Court in Hampton. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll have to stay away from the residence. You can schedule an appointment within the first 10 days of your release with the sheriff's office, and they'll give you a date and time that you would be allowed to go to the residence without violating your bond in order to get your personal items, okay? And would you like a preliminary hearing on February the 13th?
What's that one?
We'll schedule you a preliminary hearing. That's to determine if there's enough evidence to keep going with your case. We'll schedule that for preliminary February 13th. If you post bond between now and February the 13th, then that hearing's just automatically canceled at that time. Okay. And I've on your application for an attorney, it's not filled out. Do you currently have any kind of income? Okay. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Come on, Miss Later. She got a son, right?
Go that way. Tell him your name.
Hey, look.
What in the fuck is going on in this jail today? What in seriously is going on today? She looks like it's like they literally went to a mosh pit at a concert.
Yeah, look, you got. Open your eyes. Sir, up here. You open your eyes.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Amanda
Can
Flynn.
you say it again?
Amanda Flynn.
Miss Flynn?
Amanda Flynn. Amanda Flynn. Amanda Flynn. My God. Seriously, what is Slim Jim?
Flynn? Okay.
Open your eyes and say.
All right. Miss Flynn. Let me get your paperwork here. All right, Miss Flynn, you are charged with obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That bond amount is $2,000. You're also charged with providing a false name, address, or date of.
Are we sure Amanda's her real name then? If she's been charged with providing a wrong, incorrect name, I think it's time for me to let my joint at this point.
Birth. That bond is $1,500. So your total bond is $3,500.
Yeah.
I'm going to schedule your preliminary hearing if you would like it for February the 13th. Would you like the preliminary hearing?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put you down for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. And those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And do you currently have any kind of income?
No.
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Uh-huh.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
You had them?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now that I've got my ass in gear a little bit, Tin Man's here. Hi, Tin Man. You're late. What? I think a lot of these people are drunk, actually. I think they're still drunk. But was she charged with the drunk? No, she was just charged with obstruction of justice, wasn't she? What do we think that this lady's going to be charged with? I'm guessing DUI.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Shankiria Adams.
Okay, and the names today have been ridiculous. Shankiria Adams? Are we joking? I'm seeing Walmart related drug offenses. Robbing a gas station, Cellulite Yoga Pants says. Charged with biting a cop's ear off. That would not be good. Stealing, drug assault, or carjacking. Arson. The 50 Cent 3 Days Grace concert the day after. Ah! DV. All right, no more bets, no more bets. Let's find out.
Blakely.
Did I see you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bad sign, first of all. Great sign over here. Look at Jonathan paying Tin Man's late fee. Thank you, Jonathan. It's going to pop up here fucking tragically late. Absolutely tragic. You would think that I had somebody named Creed in charge of it. But no, I don't. This is just the guys in the truck. Streamy being slow and lackadaisical putting these donos up. But thank you, Jonathan, for covering that late fee for Tin Man. Are you serious? When the judge says, "Didn't I see you yesterday?" That is such a fucking bad sign.
I think we covered everything yesterday because I did not receive any additional charges or anything on you. So yeah, I think it was just something happened where they brought you back up. So but we took care of everything yesterday on your case.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
I also made mine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mhm.
Wait, she didn't have new charges? It was just like a redo? What? What is that? I think we're gonna have That wasn't a big D. It was just sort of like a big cock block. I mean, what on earth was that? What if it was a different judge? No, seriously, what if that was a different judge and they didn't know that she had been seen the day before? Would they have magistrated her again and then given her another bond, possibly different? Well, how would that work?
For the males, I'm saying like the first 5, 2 more.
Is that a neck tattoo or her hair? I'm really hoping it's her hair. Jody's here. Yay! Oh my god. Streamlabs, I am frickin'. This is ridiculous. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Fucking Streamlabs literally going into your file right now about how long that took.
And deputies, after this defendant, if we can grab our Spanish speaker, I think our interpreter is here.
Yes, sir. Okay.
I'll take her real quick.
Yeah,
So, ma'am, can you state your name for me?
Jessica Duran.
Jessica Duran. Okay. All right, Miss Duran, you have 3 charges. Those charges are hit and run. That bond is $1,500.
Whoa! That should be higher. Who the fuck? Hit and run is a serious thing. No. 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 Oh my god. I'm getting frustrated now.
Second charge is striking an unattended vehicle, and that bond is $1,500. And then the third charge is driving under the influence, and that bond is $5,000. So when we add all those together, your total bond is $8,000. Would you like for me to schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 13th, or do you want to waive that hearing?
I'll waive it.
Waive? Okay. All right. And the deputies there will have a waiver form for you to sign, and then they'll send that over to me to sign this morning. And I understand you're not working. Do you have any other kind of income?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to appoint somebody to represent you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You go to the lady at the desk. It's our Spanish speaker. Spanish speaker.
All right. Okay, and Ms. Bermudez, I think, is here.
Your Honor, can you hear the interpreter? I'm having some issues with my camera being on.
Oh, okay. All right. That'll be fine. Let me just swear you in.
Yes, sir.
Just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English accurately and to the best of your ability?
I do.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Buenos días, señor.
My name is Judge John Parker.
Yo soy el juez John Parker
I'm with the Magistrate Court of Clayton County.
y yo trabajo para el Tribunal de Primera Instancia del Condado de Clayton.
And are you Mr. Sanchez?
¿Es usted el señor Sánchez? Yes.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Deme un momentito.
Okay, Valentin Sanchez.
¿Valentín Sánchez? Yes.
Okay. You have 3 charges.
Usted se le imputan 3 cargos.
I'm going to go through those in just a moment,
Yo voy a repasar esos cargos con usted en un momentito,
but I want to give you a little information first.
pero yo le quiero dar un poquito de información primero.
This is a public hearing that is streamed live to YouTube.
Esta es una audiencia pública, la cual está siendo transmitida en vivo vía YouTube.
So please do not give me any personal details or any details about your case that I don't ask you for.
O sea, que no me dé detalles personales o detalles con respecto a su caso, los cuales yo no les pida.
You have the right to remain silent.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio.
You have the right to a trial by a jury.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener un juicio ante un jurado.
You have the right to compel the attendance of your witnesses to testify for you.
Usted tiene el derecho de exigir la asistencia de sus testigos para que testifiquen a su favor.
and you have the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are testifying against you.
Y usted tiene el derecho de ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar a los testigos que sean citados a testificar en su contra.
You also have the right to testify on your own behalf.
Usted también tiene el derecho de testificar en su propia defensa.
If you are not a United States citizen, some charges can affect your immigration status.
Si usted no es ciudadano estadounidense, algunos cargos podrían afectar de forma negativa su estado migratorio.
If you have questions about immigration, you would need to consult with an attorney.
Y si usted tiene preguntas con respecto a inmigración, usted tendría que consultar con un abogado.
Okay. You have 3 charges.
A usted se le imputan 3 cargos.
The first charge is driving under the influence.
El primer cargo es de manejar bajo los efectos del alcohol.
The bond on that charge will be $2,500.
Y su fianza por ese cargo sería de $2,500.
Your second charge is driving without a license.
Su segundo cargo es de manejar sin licencia de conducir.
The bond for that charge is $1,500.
Su fianza por ese cargo es de $1,500.
And the third charge is failure to maintain lane.
Y el tercer cargo es de no poder mantener su carril.
That bond is $500.
Y esa fianza es de $500.
When we add all of those bond amounts up, the total this morning comes to $4,500.
Cuando nosotros sumamos todas esas cantidades, eso en la mañana de hoy sería un total de $4,500.
That bond can be posted in 3 different ways.
Esta fianza podría ser pagada de 3 formas distintas.
And posting the bond will allow you to be released from jail while your case is ongoing.
Y el pagar su fianza le va a permitir a usted salir de la cárcel mientras su caso está siendo procesado.
The bond can be posted using cash if you have the full amount of the bond in cash.
La fianza podría ser pagada en efectivo si usted tiene la cantidad total de su fianza en efectivo.
You also may be able to use a commercial bonding company to post a bond for you.
Usted también podría usar una compañía de fianzas para que pague la fianza por usted.
Those companies generally charge around 15% of the bond amount as their fee.
Y esas compañías generalmente cobran un 15% de la cantidad total de su fianza como su tarifa.
And bonds can be also posted using property if the owner of that property has at least 3 times the amount of the bond in equity in the property.
Y la fianza también podría ser pagada usando una propiedad siempre y cuando el dueño de la propiedad tenga un capital neto que sea por lo menos 3 veces la cantidad total de su fianza.
I'm going to schedule a preliminary hearing for you for February the 13th.
Yo le voy a programar su audiencia preliminar para el día 13 de febrero
At 8:30 a.m.
a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And if you post a bond and are released from jail anytime before February the 13th, that hearing is just automatically canceled.
Y si usted paga su fianza antes del 13 de febrero, esa audiencia preliminar se cancela.
You would then get a notice in the mail from state court of your next hearing date.
Y luego usted recibiría un citatorio por correo proveniendo del tribunal estatal diciéndole cuándo sería su próxima corte.
Based on your application that you filled out this morning, I am going to assign someone to represent you.
Y basado en la solicitud que usted llenó la mañana de hoy, yo le voy a nombrar a alguien para que lo represente.
Do you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta, señor?
No, no.
No.
Okay, that will take care of everything. Thank you, sir.
Eso sería todo, señor. Muchas gracias.
And deputies, was that our only Spanish speaker this morning?
Yes, sir. No, we have one more.
Oh, you have one more? Okay.
We do. He's down there with,
Go get him. Okay. Hold on, let me check then. Let me check, sir.
And Your Honor, that was Valentin Sanchez.
Yes. Yeah, that was Valentin Sanchez.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
he does all.
Yes, he is.
Okay, come on, down there. Yeah. He going back in there.
He told me no earlier.
Terry, put him back in there.
Sir, yes, we got one more. Unfortunately, I'm going to translate it this time.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Buenos días, señor.
Can you state your full name for me?
It's gonna be
¿Podría
Ronan,
usted dar su nombre completo?
Ronan Alexander Amaya.
Ronan Alexander Amaya.
Sí.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Amaya.
Gracias, señora Amaya.
Let me grab your paperwork.
Déjeme buscar su documentación.
Okay. You have one charge.
A usted se le imputa un cargo
Sí.
That is driving without a license.
y eso es de manejar sin licencia de conducir.
Correcto.
Correcto.
That bond amount is $1,000.
La cantidad de esa fianza es de $1,000.
Posting a bond will allow your release from jail while your case is ongoing.
Al pagar su fianza, esto le va a permitir que lo pongan en libertad mientras su caso está siendo procesado.
Were you able to hear a moment ago when I explained the rights to the other gentleman?
¿Pudo usted escuchar hace un momentito atrás cuando yo le expliqué los derechos al caballero anterior?
Sí, sí escuché, pero no entendí todo, porque ves que hablo un poquito inglés, pero hay palabras que no las entendí.
Yes, I heard them, but I was unable to understand it because you see, you speak a little bit of English.
Okay. I will go through them again so that you can hear them in Spanish.
Yo lo voy a repasar con usted nuevamente para que usted los pueda escuchar en español.
This is a public hearing. It's streamed live to YouTube.
Esta es una audiencia pública, la cual está siendo transmitida en vivo vía YouTube.
Therefore, do not give me any personal details or details about your case that I don't ask you for.
Por esa razón, no me dé detalles personales o detalles con referencia a su caso que yo no les pida.
You have the right to remain silent.
Usted tiene el derecho de permanecer en silencio.
Anything that you say can be used against you at a later proceeding.
Cualquier cosa que usted diga podría ser usada en su contra posteriormente en las audiencias posteriores.
You are presumed to be innocent of the charge until the state of Georgia proves you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
A usted se le presume ser inocente del cargo hasta que el estado de Georgia pruebe su culpabilidad más allá de una duda razonable.
You have the right to a trial by a jury.
Usted tiene el derecho de tener un juicio ante un jurado.
At that trial, you have the right to testify.
En ese juicio usted tendría el derecho de testificar.
You have the right to compel other witnesses to come and testify for you.
Usted tiene el derecho de exigir la asistencia de otros testigos para que vengan a testificar a su favor.
And you have the right to see, hear, and question the witnesses who are testifying against you.
Usted tiene el derecho de ver, escuchar y contrainterrogar a los testigos que testifiquen en su contra.
And if you are not a United States citizen, some charges may adversely affect your immigration status.
Y si usted no es ciudadano estadounidense, algunos cargos podrían afectar de forma negativa su estado migratorio.
If you have questions about immigration, you would need to consult with an attorney.
Y si usted tiene preguntas con referencia a inmigración, usted tendría que consultar con un abogado.
Now, your bond is $1,000.
Su fianza es de $1,000.
That can be posted if you or someone has the full amount of the bond in cash, that can be delivered to the sheriff's office.
Y esto podría ser pagado si usted o alguien más tiene la cantidad total de su fianza en efectivo. Podrían llevar este dinero a la oficina del sheriff.
At the end of your case, that cash bond would be returned to the person who posted it.
Yes.
Y al final de su caso, ese dinero le sería reembolsado a la persona que lo pagó.
If you do not have the full amount of the bond in cash, you may be able to have a commercial bonding company post your bond.
Y si usted no tiene la cantidad total de su fianza en efectivo, usted podría usar una compañía de fianzas.
They generally charge around 15% of the bond as a fee.
Ellos generalmente cobran un 15% de la cantidad total de su fianza como tarifa.
And that fee is not returned to you at the end of the case.
Y esa tarifa que ellos le cobran no se la reembolsarían al final de su caso.
And someone can also post a bond using their property if they have a net equity in the property of at least 3 times the amount of the bond.
Y alguien también podría pagar su fianza usando una propiedad siempre y cuando ellos tengan por lo menos 3 veces la cantidad total de su fianza en capital neto.
I'm going to schedule you for a preliminary hearing on February the 13th at 8:30 a.m.
Yo le voy a programar su audiencia preliminar para el 13 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana.
If you post a bond later today or any time before February the 13th, that hearing is just automatically canceled.
Y si usted paga su fianza en el día de hoy o en cualquier momento antes del 13 de febrero, esa audiencia se cancela automáticamente.
You would then receive a notice in the mail from state court telling you your next hearing date.
Y luego usted recibiría un citatorio por correo por parte del tribunal estatal diciéndole cuándo sería su próxima corte o su próxima audiencia.
Based on your application, I am going to assign an attorney to represent you.
Basado en su solicitud, yo le voy a asignar un abogado para que lo represente.
Do you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta, señor? No.
No.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Ok,
Thank you.
gracias, señor.
Sí, pues.
Yes, thank you.
Is he done?
All right. And deputies, let me just confirm, is that all of our Spanish speakers?
Yes, sir, this all on at this time.
Okay. All right. Ms. Bermudez, thank you very much and have a great weekend.
Yes, sir, thank you. You have a great weekend as well.
Okay, thanks.
You can go back to intake real quick.
Kids, can you take them by the intake?
You're gonna state your name when the judge is ready.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Hey, he mixed it.
Hold on. I can't hear there.
Go ahead.
Okay. Can you state your name one more time? Miss Freeman. Okay. All right. So, Miss Freeman, you've got 4 charges. The first is a felony, aggravated assault. The criminal records index indicates that you were given 10 years of probation back in 2015 by Clayton County Superior Court. Because we're still within that 10-year period, I cannot assign a bond on a felony amount this morning. The next charge is terroristic threats. That's also a charge that I cannot assign a bond on when we're still within a probation period. The next charge is criminal trespass. That's a misdemeanor. That bond amount is $1,500. And then the fourth charge is public intoxication. That bond is $1,000. Those would come with a special condition if you're able to bond out later that you would need to stay away from Parnell Deshomes. Do you and Parnell Deshomes live at the same address?
Yes.
Okay, that's the 4887
Yeah.
Old Dixie Road address. Are y'all in the same room?
You don't live there no more? Not together. That's pretty serious, but she ain't going anywhere anyway. She doesn't have bonds on those. So she's it doesn't even matter. She has no bond. No bond holds. She's not getting out till she goes for a parole or was it parole or probation revocation hearing?
There. You are in the same room? Okay. So you got to stay away from that address since Mr. Deshomes lives there. But what I'll do is put into your bond order that within the first 10 days of your release from jail, you can schedule an appointment with the sheriff's office where you could be accompanied at the address to retrieve what personal items you have there that you need while this bond condition is in place. Okay. But you got to schedule that within the first 10 days of your release. Excuse me. And give me one moment here. Let's see.
You said what's the bond amount?
On the 2 that I can assign a bond, it's $2,500, but there's 2.
MB! You guys are too good to me. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I fucking love this channel and this chat too. You guys are great. Streamlabs, could you maybe fucking not take 20 minutes to put MB's generous donation up on the screen? Like, why? Why? We've talked about this. We've talked about delays. Literally, I've talked about it. I pay Streamlabs money. Why doesn't he listen? Why, Streamlabs? Just think. MB. Yeah, Trickle Labs.
Two offenses that I cannot assign a bond.
Oh, and Shadow Knight Wolf. Now, listen, this might hop in. Yeah. Ooh! Thank you. Wow, I think it literally it pushes it through. Now that would be sneaky. Now where's Shadows? Oh, thank you both. Spreading the love. I love you guys. This Streamlabs, that doesn't absolve you. Mike, is it gonna push Shadows through? You guys are amazing. Streamlabs. Dude, could you not? Look! And Beverly too! Streamlabs, you're making me look bad in front of my friends. Stop. Can you just thank them, please? Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where is it on my frickin'... No. Where is it? You guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Shadow Knight. Well, thank you, MB. Thank you, Jonathan, again. Look at this. Bumping it forward. This one works perfectly. And also, thank you, Beverly. Come on, Streamlabs, please. Come on now. Thank you, Jonathan. Welcome to all of our newbies for the memberships. Tomorrow is our members only. It's going to be themed Sunday school. It's not religious though. It's just about schools. Like people getting in trouble at schools. And Bev, of course. Yes. Yay. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Streamlabs is like not good tonight. Like, what is going on? Streamy. Come on, man. It's Saturday night. This is like when I've never worked at a bar, but I imagine if you work at a bar on a Saturday night, a busy night, and somebody comes in hungover and doesn't pull their weight. That's what's happening right now. Thank you, Bev. You're pulling your weight. Streamy, not.
Bond. So aggravated assault and terroristic threats, there's no bond on those today.
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
when will the court date, when will I be able to go get bond
All
on?
right. So what I'm going to do is schedule you for a preliminary hearing. That's going to be held on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. Those hearings are conducted over the computer, just like this one. In the meantime, you talk to your attorney. They may be able to work a deal out to talk about a bond on those other offenses. And do you currently have any kind of income?
No, sir, not at the moment.
Okay. All right. So I am going to assign an attorney to represent you as well. Okay. Do you have any questions?
Not right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
She don't have to sign.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
It's Quiniana Houston, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Houston, you have got two charges. So The first charge is felony aggravated assault with intent to rape, murder, or rob. I have considered, but
What? 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 Also, we're I've lost 3 subscribers today, you guys. Just want to just point that out. I don't care because again, obviously not cool, but whatever. What did he just say?
you have got 2 charges. So the first charge is felony aggravated assault with intent to rape, murder, or rob. I have considered but am denying bond on that charge this morning. The second charge is cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. That is a misdemeanor, and you're charged with 5 counts on that. I am assigning a bond amount of $5,000 for that offense. That would include special conditions that you have to stay away from the alleged victim and those children while out on bond for the time being. That's Demetrius McKenzie, Rashad Houston, Calvin Arnold, Rakaya Arnold, Jamesia Smith, and Janiyah Terry. If that prevents you from returning to your residence, then you can schedule an appointment with the sheriff's office within the first 10 days of your release, and they would give you a date and time that you could go to the property to get what personal items you need while this bond condition is in place. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you. That's going to take place on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m., and those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And based on your application for an attorney, I am going to assign someone to represent you. Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Shanika Jenkins.
All right, Miss Jean.
I know Miss Carrie is having a rough day, and let's make sure that we give her some love when she comes back. But and it's not the big D, Amanda. I wish he was the big D. But if Miss Carrie was here and she wasn't going through a period of mourning, I would be asking her to be making a list of these names. Even just the first names, because this is fucking nuts. I can't even keep track of these. Can't even keep track of them.
Jenkins, you've got 1 charge. That's battery family violence. All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Shanika Jenkins.
All right, Miss Jenkins, you've got 1 charge. That's battery family violence. That's a misdemeanor, and that bond amount is $3,500. That would include special conditions that you would have to stay away from the alleged victim. I know that it's listed here as your boyfriend. So do you all live at the same residence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the 241-208 Falcon Drive address. Is that right? Okay, so for now you got to stay away from the residence. I will put into the bond order that you can schedule an appointment with the sheriff's office within the first 10 days of your release, and they will give you a time that you can go while accompanied by law enforcement to pick up what personal items you need. If your I'll tell you, if your boyfriend decides that he would like the bond conditions amended so that that it would allow you to have contact or to come back home, he can talk to the solicitor's office victim services folks. You can also speak to your attorney about that, about getting the bond conditions amended. I also need to put his name down. Can you tell me his full name?
Justin Mitchell.
Justin Mitchell. Okay, so you just have to stay away and have no contact for right now. And like I said, that can be amended down the road if he agrees to that. But I've scheduled. Oh, well, actually, it's a misdemeanor. Do you want me to schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 13th, or do you want to waive that hearing?
Waive it. What it means.
If you waive the hearing, it just means we transfer your case to state court and they schedule your arraignment hearing where you would enter your plea. what we can do is just put you on the calendar for February the 13th, and then if you post bond later today or anytime before February the 13th,
So if I don't post bond,
then
I
it just I'm,
if I
I'm
can't post bond, I'm gonna have to sit here till February 14th.
right. If you can't post bond, or your attorney may be able to work something out before then. But for now, the bond order, is 3,500 for a battery. So you would either have to post it or get something worked out with your attorney. Okay.
Bye, Graham. Also, Mikey, did you just give away 9 million points? I guess that limit doesn't apply on the gifting, which I think is great. You're like a philanthropist with your KCC points. I'm so sorry to hear that about Cha. Um, and the judge does look like he's in and out. Tons of carving. Okay, so here, tons of fun carvings. It's basically you can see there was a little thing before, but basically exclamation mark slots all, exclamation mark gamble all, exclamation mark heist all will give you sort of randomized gambling for points that you win. Even if you are just watching, you still get points just for being here, and they're free. You don't have to be subscribed. You don't have to pay anything for any of these KCC points. We will be resetting them. I guess I'll aim for February 1st for the reset. Jim Huntsman's saying that his son just brought him a homemade burrito. How fucking special. Yeah, Doggy Deb, I do remember. I do recall. Where's the Louvre? Happy Saturday, lurking with love. Thank you. Thank you. It's been a wonderful Saturday so far. We're gonna keep going. I love your name. Where's the Louvre? The Louvre. I just like saying Louvre.
But what I'll do is put you on the calendar for February the 3rd.
Also, I just would like to put I don't know if the person's still here that thought I was the actual translator. That's why I did. But they're like, this the translator's wearing a sports bra. First of all, is this a sports bra? Like, if this is a sports shirt, this is a sports bra, and this is a sports shirt. So I guess they were totally fucking right that it is. I was wearing a sports bra, but Also, hold on. Who convinced who that you're not belong where, Mikey? Snowed in Saturday, Winter Witch. Mikey, I pay you in KCC points for all the Bebe comments.
13th. Then if you're able to post bond anytime before then that hearing is just canceled at that point. Those hearings are held at 8:30 in the morning and are conducted over the computer, just like this one. And I understand from your application for an attorney, you're not currently working. Do you have any other kind of income?
No, my boyfriend
Okay.
take it.
Okay. I'm going to appoint somebody to represent you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me?
Shireen Smith.
All right, Miss Smith, you've got 4 charges. The first is obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That bond is $2,000. The second charge is simple battery on a law enforcement officer. That bond is $4,000. And the third charge is a second count of obstruction of a law enforcement officer. So that bond is also $2,000. So when we add those together, your total bond comes to $8,000. Those are all misdemeanors. Would you like for me to schedule the preliminary hearing for February the 13th, or do you want to waive that hearing?
No, if I waive it, what happened? I'm still gonna have to come back, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It just means your next hearing date would be in state court if you waive it. where they would have your arraignment. Otherwise, what we can do is put you on the calendar for February the 13th, and then if you post bond anytime before then, it's just canceled at the point you post bond.
Oh, okay,
Do
okay.
that. Okay, so we'll put you on the calendar here for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. Those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And I have received an application for an attorney. I understand you are not working. Do you have any other kind of income?
No.
Okay. All right. I am going to assign an attorney to represent you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
All
Alright, you better sign it.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can you state your name for me? Can you say it one more time?
Ashley Williams.
All right, Miss Williams, you have got one charge. That's theft by deception. That is a felony offense. That bond amount is going to be $5,000. That will include a special condition that you will need to have no contact and stay away from the alleged victim, Melissa Millage, while out on bond. The preliminary hearing in your case will be February the 14th at 8:30 a.m.
All these people getting Valentine's dates before me, and I'm still upset about it. We've already determined that Valentine's Day this year is on a Wednesday. Hi, Tiny Piggy. And it's looking more and more likely that I'll be spending my Valentine's Day with you guys. We'll see. We may I'm already regretting what I said earlier.
And I have reviewed your application for an attorney, and I find you do qualify for an attorney, and I'll appoint somebody to represent you.
I
Okay.
have hired, I already have an attorney on this case.
I'm sorry?
I already have an attorney on this case.
You already have one. Okay, so you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need an
sure.
attorney. All right. I'll just note that here that you've already hired your own attorney. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Let's go to the door. Yeah, go first.
Alright, you go right, that's it.
Here's the thing. I spend every night with you guys, and I love it. So, if one day of the year I sort of wanted like a romantic date, forgive me. Because I legit spend every single night of the year with you guys so far. I'm on a streak. Actually, I've streamed a lot, and I plan on keep on going because it's very good for me. But I'm not disappointed. Like, part of me is like I want to do fun things for Valentine's Day. The other part of me is hears myself say to other people, like I did for New Year's, like, oh, I'm hosting a New Year's party. And then people were like, yeah, you should, Jonathan, actually. Go right ahead. Send me anything to the house. But people were like, wow, you're hosting a New Year's party? And then people that knew me really well were like, is it in real life? And I was like, yeah. They're like, is it on the computer? Yeah. Oh, okay. And then they sort of were like, that's not really a party, Paisley. Okay. That's not, it's not the same thing. So I'm just feeling like the same vibes would um apply. We could make it really special if you guys want to send me all the stuff off my Amazon wish list. I'll save it all up and we can open it all together on New Year's or on not New Year's. Let's not take that long. On Valentine's Day, that'd be fun. For me, I don't know. I They just haven't been to our parties. I know they haven't been to our parties. And I love hanging out with you guys. Like, we have the best time and I'm all for it. But I just laugh because there are definitely people in my life that are just like they just don't think y'all are real. And I'm like, I know a lot of these people. I know about their lives more than I know about some of the people like that I meet in person. So, you know, anyways, Valentine's Day is a waste of money. Oh, let's be clear. We're not we're not conforming to the Valentine's Day norms here. Should we eat more grapes for having luck during our love life? Maybe we should just eat grapes every time we have a sort of special thing. Did you guys notice that other people, uh-oh, Fernando? No, Fernando lives. Fernando lives. He's here. I'm trying to not be weird though in my new house. And have a fucking blow up doll inflated. Uh, oh, you were thinking about but seriously, grapes were really popular this year. I didn't even know that. Like, I think I'm actually ahead of the curve somehow on certain things. Um, we'll see. This thus far, fucking January is going very good for me. Except for the video that I posted yesterday, which has not done very well that yet, but it still could. But I am making videos, which I said I would be doing. And we're going to do lots of fun things. Probably something for Valentine's Day. My ADHD ass has still not found my medication, in case you can't tell. So we're meandering these days.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Say your name, Beef.
Now you be doing all that crying.
Mr. Beasley. Okay. So, Mr. Beasley, you've got two charges. One is public drunkenness. That's a bond of $1,000. The second is disorderly conduct. That bond amounts $1,000 as well. So your total bond is $2,000. While out on bond, you are not to return to 7252 Conkle Road in Jonesboro. If you have personal items at that address, sir, so we're not going to talk about specific facts of your case, okay? But if you have personal items at that address that you need, then contact the sheriff's office to schedule an appointment. You need to schedule that appointment in the first 10 days of your release, but they would then accompany you to the property to retrieve those items. I'm scheduling a preliminary hearing for you for February the 13th. Those hearings are held at 8:30 in the morning and are held over the computer, just like this one.
Just like this one.
Preliminary hearing would be to determine if there's enough probable cause to keep your case going.
So I got to stay here till
no, you can post bond. Bond is $2,000. So you can post bond to be released later today if you have the bond money or someone's going to post it for you, okay?
She ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
She went and got me down. Yeah, she got my money.
And give me just a second. Would you like a public defender to represent you?
Yeah, I'm gonna fix any comment. Anyway, I get a signature. When is the 13th of the month?
Okay, we're not going to do a signature.
Thanks, tons of fun carving. What kind of things do you carve, by the way? You'll have to come back one day and tell us about that. I'd love to see some of them. Thank you, Jonathan, also for putting that link up. I will take a look at that. This guy seems still drunk. I've always said this. Is this appropriate? Like, at what point in time does somebody become not drunk? Should they breathalyze them before court? If you've charged somebody with impaired driving, is sending them to court within hours a good idea? I will sub. Jonathan's put the link up. We have the best mods. Seriously, like, you know what I mean though? Questions.
Signature bond is 2,000 on your bond, but what do you get Social Security?
Yes, sir. When is the
all right. So I am going to assign an attorney to represent you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
When is the 13th of the month?
February 13th. Yes,
Oh,
No, no.
What am I going to? I'm
Brother,
going
go
to.
to that.
Come on. That, me neither one. One thing she do. One thing get my goddamn like.
Who braided your hair?
Oh, no, man.
All right. Good morning, sir. We need to
How you doing
raise
today?
that. You may have to crouch down, or we got to raise the camera up, one or the other there. So, can you state your name for me?
Larry Crook.
Mr. Crooks. Okay.
Are you joking me right now? Mr. Crooks, you became a crook? Dude, if ever there was a time not to live up to your name, it would be when you are a crook.
Give me just a moment here.
Beasley.
No, please let it go.
Okay, Mr. Crook. You've got a number of charges. We're going to go through everything, but a number of these are felony offenses, and you were given, according to the records here, you were given 12 months of probation back in December in Clayton County State Court. Because of that, I cannot give you a bond amount on any felony offenses today. I can put bond amounts on the misdemeanors, okay? So we'll start with the felonies. There is one felony theft by taking charge, and then there are 13 charges of financial transaction fraud. Okay. I cannot assign bonds on any of those because they're felonies. There is also a misdemeanor theft by taking charge. We can put a bond of $2,000 on that. There is a obstruction of a law enforcement officer charge that is a misdemeanor. We can put a bond of $2,000 on that one. Those would also include special conditions that you are to stay away from and have no contact with the alleged victims, Marshila Hall and Aaron Lewis, and not to return to the Citgo at 510 Valley Hill Road in Riverdale. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you. That's going to take place on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. And those hearings are conducted over the computer, just like this one. And would you like a public defender attorney?
Yes, at the moment I will.
All right. Give me just 1 second to get the rest of this filled out here. And
Folks, it's almost 4:20. Just giving you a 30 seconds notice.
all right. And so I understand you do have a job. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a painter.
Okay. How are you paid?
I'm a craner. I play the crane machines inside of Chuck E. Cheese. I am paid in PlayStations and Nintendo Switches, and it's a hard living, Your Honor. Some days I can't crane anything, just get stuffed animals. Those are bad days. Other days, I get, I get, I get tablets. I get switches. Seriously.
Weekly?
Yes, sir.
How much do you take home after taxes each week?
About 800 to 1,000.
800 to 1,000 each week?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
3.
Are they all under 18?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. 32. Okay. I'm going to find that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, and I will appoint somebody to represent you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Wow, so he makes $4,000 a month after taxes and he still qualifies. That just tells me, like, how much money did that girl at the beginning make that she don't qualify? Who would stand up our Jonathan? Why would somebody do that? That's terrible, Jonathan. Oh my God. Don't stand people up, guys. That's not cool at all. But that's a cool way to deal with that. Oh my goodness. Not everyone. Hey, listen. Have I been stood up before? We have been stood up before, actually. I have been stood up before. It did not feel good. Oh, we don't need to talk about that.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Daniel Benjamin.
Daniel Benjamin. All right. Mr. Benjamin, you are charged with murder, and that is an offense that only a superior court judge can set a bond for. So I cannot set a bond for you this morning. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you that will be February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. And those hearings are conducted over the
Just like literally always making jokes at the wrong time. The M word, really, dude? His eyes look fucked up. He looks fucked up. Like he just M worded somebody.
computer, just like this one. And would you like to be represented by a public defender?
I have an attorney, I believe, already.
You already have an attorney?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just going to note that here on the form. All right. Thank you, sir.
I'm not sure. You guys see what formation?
Yes, M16.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Keep going down.
Mr. Dallas. Okay. All right, Mr. Dallas, you have got a number of charges. I'm going to go through each one and tell you what the bond amount is, and then we'll add those up here at the end.
Okay, yeah.
Give me just a second to confirm I got everything here. Okay, so your first charge is theft by receiving stolen property. That bond amount is $5,000. The second charge is fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer. That bond amount is $10,000. Those are both felonies. The remaining charges are all misdemeanors. That is open container violation. That bond is $500. Improper turn. That bond is $500. Failure to carry license. That bond is $500. Driving without a license. That bond is $500. And failure to wear a safety belt, that bond is $500. When we add all of those bond amounts up, let me do the math real quick here. It looks like that comes to $17,500 this morning. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing.
That's terrible, Loud Elvis. Somebody hit the Lambo? Who the fuck would hit the Lambo? Also, I have argued with a date about not wearing seatbelts before. Seriously. I had a fucking full out yelling match with somebody who was not wearing their seatbelt driving the car. And that relationship did not last. Not last one bit. Definitely was Lambo, but still wasn't wearing the seatbelt. Oh, you mean Honda? You're bad.
For you, that's going to be on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. Those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And do you want to be represented by a public defender? Okay. All right. Based on your application, I am going to assign somebody to represent you. All right. Thank you.
MVP, Johnny. I said to him, I was like, listen, here's the deal. If you can't realize that wearing a seatbelt while driving makes you safer as a driver, for me, the passenger, I'm all thinking about myself. I don't give a fuck if you fly out of the car. But here's the problem. If you fly out of the car while you're driving, I'm fucked even more. So that's my main issue. And then secondly, I like to do very fun things in the bedroom, but they require a lot of trust. And if I can't even trust you to wear a goddamn seatbelt or to follow rules of the road so the police aren't heedy on us, because I don't need no cops searching my business, then how am I supposed to trust you with my life doing other things? So
Yeah, he can go back to 70.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm having a problem hearing again. Can you say it again?
Hey,
Mr. Dupree, you said, okay. All right, so Mr. Dupree, you have got two charges. The first is burglary. That is a felony. That bond amount is 50,000. The second charge is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. That is being charged as a felony offense as well. That bond is 5,000. So your total bond is 55,000. That includes special conditions that while out on bond, you are to stay away from the alleged victims, Demetrius Dupree Sr. and Darius Dupree. I know that is your father and brother, but for now, you need to have no contact and to stay away from them. If they want to have those bond conditions adjusted down the road, they can talk to the district attorney's office and you can talk to your attorney and they can get that worked out. But you also have to stay away from the residence at 656 Bridge Avenue in Forest Park. Okay. It's my understanding you live elsewhere. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And
Wait, you said what now on the bond amount?
bond amount's $55,000. Okay. I understand you are not working. Do you have any sort of income?
I do DoorDash.
DoorDash. How much do you take home after taxes and expenses and everything each week from doing that kind of work? And yeah, I'm having a problem hearing, so you're gonna have to speak up really loud.
It depends.
So how much? Let's say in the last month, how much have you kind of averaged each week?
600.
About 600. Okay. All right. I am going to appoint somebody to represent you on your case. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
people in the background need to shut up. They won't. You guys, make sure that you've liked the video, by the way. I know Colin's probably going live soon. If you need to take off, that's you do you, boo. We're going to finish up. We have quite a bit left on these hearings. We'll finish these up and then that'll be us for the evening. But I've been doing short streams lately, so I'm going to keep up with this. I don't know what Colin's got. I'm sure he's got something. I know the other thing that I wanted to talk about is members only tomorrow. As a reminder, if you're a member already, tomorrow's members only is going to follow our regularly scheduled Court Watchers Anonymous meeting on Sundays, and we are going to be having a theme of Sunday school. As another reminder, we watch things we don't watch normally during members only, so these are body reminder to me to tell me to sign up for gifting. Make sure you have gifting turned on your membership. Thank you. I know I let me there for a while. I don't know what's going on. Actually, I do see what's going on. I'll have to fix it. I'm sorry, Megaphone.
Hey, you go back to 70.
All right. Give me just
What's
a
that
second.
Yeah, he go back to 70.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Clarence Dawes.
Mr. Dials. Okay. All right, Mr. Dials, you have got 3 charges. These are all misdemeanors. You're charged with Criminal trespass, that bond is $1,500. You're charged with fare evasion on MARTA. That bond is $1,500. And then the last charge is obstruction of a law enforcement officer, being charged as a misdemeanor, and that bond is $2,000. So your total bond is $5,000. You are not to return to the airport MARTA station unless you are in possession of a valid Breeze card. And would you like your preliminary hearing to be scheduled for February the 13th, or do you want to waive that hearing?
I can waive that.
Waive, okay. All right, I'll indicate here that you've waived the hearing, and the deputies there will have you sign a waiver form. They'll send that over to me to sign today.
Yeah, let me know. Hey, we need a waiver form.
Yes, sir.
And okay, so I understand from your attorney application that you are employed, but your income fluctuates. What kind of work do you do?
I work at Five Guys Midtown.
Okay. How much, let's say in the last month, how much have you taken home in pay after taxes each week?
Anywhere between like 1,500 or to $2,000
each week?
No, a month.
For the total for the month? Okay. All right. I'm going to find that you do qualify for a court-appointed attorney, and I'll appoint somebody to represent you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you got something to waive for. And you go back to 7.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Joseph Gain.
All right. All right, Mr. Gainey.
Okay, please tell me the mic's working better now. What is with his hair? Oh my fucking God. Also, thank you guys. I apologize. The mic, I don't know when it doesn't work like that all the time, so I appreciate it. Five Guys pays good? Is that right, Mikey? Better-ish. Okay, well then we have a bigger problem that I'll work on.
I'm not sure yet. I ain't breaking.
All right. You have one charge, that is criminal damage. First degree, that's a felony offense. That bond amount is $4,000. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you that's going to take place on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. Those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And I understand you're not currently working. Do you have any other kind of income?
No, no,
okay. All right. And okay, I'm going to appoint somebody to represent you. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank
you. No, Glover first. Glover, then Hook.
Okay, go ahead. What's your name?
He's right there. He's right. Tell him go straight to the podium.
Oh, he go to hold it.
He's the intake.
Yeah.
Put him in that 5. Henry. You ain't shit. What you talking about? She was. Right here, sir. My hands. Your hands. I got you.
Wow. Maybe better? If it's not better now, I don't know what else to do. That's the best I can do. I don't have guys in the truck. No, literally not guys in a truck. I know it's going wild there. Anyways, let's go. This, what did this guy do too? It does sound wild at that jail, doesn't it? Like they're going crazy.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Yeah, right.
Mr. Glover? Jeremiah Glover? All right, Mr. Glover, you've got one charge. That's criminal trespass. That bond amounts $1,500. That includes a special condition that you're not to return to the TGI Fridays airport.
He got banned from TGI Fridays? Okay. Also, what is going on at this jail? There are people screaming in the background. This is court, people. Also, is he going to say that he got banned from an airport TGI Fridays? Because that would be like the piece de resistance. The creme de la creme.
airport location. Okay. It's $1,500. That includes a special condition that you're not to return to the TGI Fridays airport location. Okay. Would you like a preliminary hearing for February the 13th, or do you want to waive that hearing? Do you want me to schedule it? Okay, we're going to schedule you for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. Those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And I understand you're not currently working. Do you have any other kind of income? Okay. I'm going to appoint somebody to represent you on this charge, okay? All right. Thank you, sir.
What did he do? Oh, there is a deep part of me. Oh, that wants to phone the TGI Fridays employee. Like, hey girl, tell me the tea from last night. Like, what happened? There was some dude arrested. Oh, I want to hear the tea from the TGI Fridays airport location so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Listen.
Can you state your name for me? Huff. All right, Mr. Huff.
You know when you're in court and something else is absolutely enthralling and crazy happening in front of you? No, nobody does, because when you're in court, the judge is always in front of you and that's who you're fucking listening to. But unfortunately in Zoom court, it's a little different. This dude was literally not paying attention to the judge because of what's going on in front of him. Called him for an interview. That's a good idea. I'm not there yet. Each and everything. Hi, friend. We are having a really good night so far. There's like 20 something of you guys here. Lots of people sent $20 tonight for some reason, which I really appreciate. And we almost have 20 new members for our members only tomorrow, which is going to be themed Sunday school. About people getting in trouble at schools. Not kids, though.
Huff. Okay. How do you pronounce your first name again?
Antonio DeJamil.
DeJamil. Okay. All right, Mr. Huff, you have one charge. That's obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That's a misdemeanor, and that bond is $2,000. I'm going to schedule your preliminary hearing for February 13th unless you want to waive that hearing. Do you want me to schedule it?
No, sir. Can I tell you something? Basically,
I don't want to know any details about your case because there's nothing I can do about that.
Did you read a summary of what happened in my case?
Yes, sir.
So you know,
but we're not going to get into the details of your case today. That comes at a later time. I scheduled your preliminary hearing. I'm going to schedule it for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. They'll get into the details of your case at that hearing.
I actually want to have a date February 13th. To be honest, I'll tell you the truth. I think having a date on the Tuesday before Valentine's Day is way cooler than waiting till the 14th. So I think that I would like a date on the Tuesday night. Tupac, thank you. You've said here, Credence and Mikey left their wallet in the airport bathroom again. This is all they had. Oh, did you send that for me to send along to him? I'll make a note of that. Transfer it into KCC points and send them to him later. Thank you so much, Tupac. I appreciate that. Mikey, you can pick up your wallet at the airport. I don't know which one.
Okay.
Was it anyone that's sooner?
And no, sir, that's the soonest we got. I understand you're not currently working. Do you have any other kind of income?
even if I represent myself, because I only want to be I don't want the availability.
Your hearing's going to be February the 13th. Now,
Sir,
I'm
well,
asking
I
you.
understand that, but what I'm asking,
I don't think you do. I think you're asking me to reschedule, and I'm telling you it's February the 13th. Now I'm asking you, would you like an attorney to represent you?
I would like a standby counsel.
Okay. And do you have any other kind of income? I know you're not currently working. Do you have some other kind of income?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll assign somebody to represent you and give you advice. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Come on.
Hey, sir, hold on. You said, hold on,
Yes, sir.
Judge. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
sir.
Can I ask
Go
you-
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you said I can represent myself with standby counsel?
Well, I want you to talk to the attorney, and then you can decide what.
Thank you, Streamlabs, for fucking finally coming around. Like, seriously, dude. This guy is like a crazy weirdo, making a timestamp note for myself later. And then also, I'd just like to point out, is that really all Mikey had in his wallet to send me? That makes me sad.
You want to do later, okay? About if you want to stand in yourself or have the attorney represent you. But I am going to assign somebody to give you some advice. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, come on, step down.
Yes, sir.
Or bond, step down.
No, sir.
All right, step down.
Where you going back inside? Hold it.
He going back to that cell.
Let's take him straight to hold.
Put him back in that cell.
No, take him all the way to moving. Go ahead and take him all the way back. From that person.
Look at that. That's all that was left in the wallet. Each and everything says Bev. Oh, Bev's talking about the case. I love you, Beverly. Also, I want to meet you too, Beverly. By the way, you said that the other day. And then Mikey, MB says Mikey spent it on the giant boob chick from the elbow room, which I believe Hundy P. Also, nobody seemed to listen to my question yesterday. How big were her boobs? What size were they? I want to talk about that. You understand if I was there in that bar, I would have been face first in those boobs. Talking, touching, experiencing whatever was happening there. With consent, of course. But I'm being serious. Like, that's who I am. I could not. Everybody else fucking stayed over on the side of the bar. Absolutely not. I would have been well over there. Talking and fondling her boobs. She was fondling them. She wanted somebody else to fondle them. I could tell. Don't worry. I'm very good at getting people to do what I want.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Good morning, Antonio Darnell Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson. Let's see. You have got one charge that is criminal damage. The second degree, that is a felony offense. That bond amount is $3,000. And while out on bond, you are not to return to 7183 Highway 85 in Riverdale, which is the location of this alleged incident. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you to take place on February the 14th. Those hearings are conducted over the computer, just like this one.
I would love to visit Dallas. I was in Houston, Texas this year. I had a great time. I love Texas. I've been to Galveston many times. I want to go to Dallas. I'm down, each and everything.
And based on your application, I am going to assign somebody to represent you. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Mikey, you want to come on a boob tour of America with me? I'll travel America, searching out small and big boobs alike. You can come.
All the way down.
You go back there, Hey, Judge, he's on the way. Mr. Lawson is having trouble walking, but he's on his way right here.
Okay. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me? Mr. Lawson, you have one charge. That's criminal trespass. That bond amount is $1,500. While out on bond, you're not to go back to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport unless you're in possession of a valid ticket for travel on that day. I'm going to schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 13th at 8:30 a.m. Unless you want to waive that hearing. Do you want me to go ahead and put you on the calendar for that day? You want to waive the hearing?
No.
Okay. All right. So the deputies there will have a waiver form for you to sign, and then they'll send that to me to sign this morning. And do you currently have any kind of income?
Each and everything, if you would like to be considered for the first leg of the Booby Tour 2024, send me a picture of your boobs and we'll start from there. I'm on Discord. I don't know if you can send them on Discord, but somebody put my email up in there. I always love getting booby pics. Send me lots of booby pics.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of income do you have?
Retirement.
Retirement?
Yeah.
How much do you get each month?
$799.
$7.99. Okay. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So when I get up, when I will waive and do.
So you're waiving the preliminary hearing? You said, okay. All right. So they'll have you sign a waiver form.
So when I get out.
Well, you'll have to post bond of $1,500, or your attorney will have to work something out. Okay.
My attorney, when I talk to my attorney.
I don't know. I don't know when you'll hear from them. It should be very soon. I don't know their schedules, but you'll also be scheduled for your arraignment hearing in state court soon. Okay, because we're transferring your case to them.
So when I come out of the state court.
I don't know what the date will be, but it should be soon. Okay.
Good name.
All right. Thank you, sir.
We go back to English.
You going in there? You next, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Jonathan, that's a great idea. We might be able to do that on Patreon. Oh, each and everything. Oh, in public too? Yeah, please be careful of the crazy person on the train. Offer them some weed. I found that works if you've got any. But yeah, I'll take the picture whenever you got it. Also, Jonathan, that's a great idea. I'd love the Mardi Gras party. Mardi Gras booby party.
Go ahead. You seen me yesterday.
Oh, Mr. Mahogany. Yeah, I saw you yesterday on this charge.
Yes, sir.
Same charge. Okay.
Look at us breaking fucking ground here. Literally breaking fucking ground. Figuring out how to do an online Mardi Gras booby party. This is fresh ground, you guys. We're breaking the trail forward for future generations. Just so you know. One day Mardi Gras will only happen online. It'll be standard, but they will think back to the first time that somebody ever pondered online Mardi Gras.
So we took care of everything yesterday. Something happened where you popped back up on today's calendar, but we got everything squared away.
Yeah, you said the 13th of next month.
Yes, sir. Yeah, February 13th is the hearing date.
So I'm good.
Yeah, you're good to go. Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Hey, he ain't got to sign if he just.
No, we took care of everything on him yesterday. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name?
Is that two they brought out tonight that they didn't need to? How fucking weird would that be? You're in jail. You saw the judge that day. You're just pondering your existence. Obviously not bonded out because you're still in jail. And then it's like a fucking Groundhog's Day. They come to you. They're like, hey, so and so, you got court today. You're like, what? I had court yesterday. Are you sure I have court today? Yeah, come with me right now. Stop putting up a fuss. Get over there and get ready for court. Over they go. And then you get in front of the judge, and the judge is like, oh, never mind. I fucking saw you yesterday. And you're like, I fucking told them that, but nobody cares because you're in jail, basically. Imagine if it happened again the third day. It's like a weird jail Groundhog's Day thing.
For me.
Justin Mitchell.
All right, Mr. Mitchell, you have one charge. That is battery family violence. That is a misdemeanor. But the criminal records index indicates you were given 3 years of probation back in June of 22 in Coweta County Superior Court. Since we're still within that 3-year period, I don't have the jurisdiction to assign a bond amount on a crime involving any violent acts. So battery, I can't assign a bond today. I will schedule your preliminary hearing for February the 13th unless you want to waive that hearing. Do you want to waive it or do you want me to schedule it?
What's the benefit of me waiving?
Some people want to have their arraignment hearing in state court faster, so they waive their hearing so that we transfer the case to state court. Some others who aren't able to make bond or who do not get a bond sometimes maybe want this hearing date on the calendar so that they have a date coming up, and we don't have any preference. That's just up to you. What we can do is put you on the calendar for February the 13th for the preliminary hearing. And then if your attorney's able to work out a bond issue after your probation officer's been notified, then and you post bond before February the 13th, then the hearing's just automatically canceled at that point. So you want to do that?
Yes, sir. I guess so.
Okay. We'll put, like I said, we'll put you on the,
I want to be able to get in the court about this. I guess it's gonna be like, but you
I understand. So yeah, we'll put you on the calendar for February the 13th. And like I said, if something gets worked out where you're able to get a bond before then and you're able to post bond, then the hearing would just be canceled at that point. All right. And let's see. Give me just a second here. Okay. And based on your application, I am going to assign somebody to represent you on the case. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
So how would I find out who exactly going to represent me?
They'll be contacting you. One of the public defenders will be contacting you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, you want to go back to self? Olsen, and Pierre got to sign.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Travis Olsen.
All right, Mr. Olsen, you've got one charge.
Mr. Olsen, could you just go back and show us your hair one more time as you walk in? Just quickly, please. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Olsen, and Pierre got to sign.
Contacting you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, you want to go back to self? Olsen, and Pierre got to sign.
There we go. That's the shot I wanted. So what would we call this? Is that an unkempt rat tail? Is that botched mullet? I mean, what is it? Also, as a reminder, if you want to send me boobs, go right ahead. My email in the chat.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Travis Olsen.
All right, Mr. Olsen, you've got one charge. That's possession of a controlled substance. looks like Schedule 1 controlled substance. That's a felony. That bond amount is $3,500. The second charge is possession of marijuana less than 1 ounce. That's a misdemeanor, and that bond's 1,000. So your total bond is 4,500. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you to take place on February the 14th at 8:30 a.m. And those hearings are held over the computer, just like this one. And on your application for a court-appointed attorney, your income level is above the threshold to qualify, so you don't qualify as indigent, and so you don't qualify for.
You're telling me this dude's income is too high? What? Why is my fucking radar off? I don't know what's going on here. Also, guys, this cream, I need to put it on my Amazon wish list because it is the most amazing thing ever. It's called Blue Therapy Ultra Smoothing Filler. Okay? It's like real life Photoshop. It is incredible. I don't know what they make it out of. Do not rub, it says. Can you imagine that? Apply locally with fingertips. Do not rub. How would you apply with your fingertips without rubbing? Dabbing? A dab? Without rubbing. Seriously, how do you I use this like on special dates because it is so I believe it's expensive and I think that I can't afford another one. So I barely use it ever. Like seriously, it says apply locally with fingertips, do not rub, avoid lips area. So it's mostly meant for your eyes. And then it just says that in 9 languages on the back. All of the instructions are the same. They're just in like literally all different languages. And again, it's biotherm, blue therapy, ultra blur, blot. I don't know. Here's my problem, okay? And I'm not sure that you can pick this up on the microphone. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but I'm a terrible judge of pain level or like pressure level on on myself because I'm a bit of a pain slut and my body doesn't react the same way. And so like I can hit my head. Do you hear that? I don't know if you hear it. It hurts. That really hurt. Anyways, I can hit myself hard with just one finger. So squirt it on a slip and slide and then you can roll on it. Could you imagine? Look at the size of this container. It's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. And I don't even want to show you guys what the cream is because I'm literally almost out. And I swear to God, I want to have one date in 20. Oh, am I out completely? I would love to have one date in 2024 where I use, oh my God, it's totally out. How'd you get that, Donna? Gifting memberships, doing the Lord's work here. Lord Google. Thank you, Miss Donna. How are you having, how's your evening? How's your evening, Donna? How's the weather? It's very cold here. Um, I have a heater running at high capacity right now. I say that quietly, but that's why I'm wearing this. But soon enough, I'll have to turn that off. Let's get this finished. This guy looks. Oh, it's cold. Oh, I can believe it. We are in an Arctic outflow here in Victoria, British Columbia, where I am as well. Let me just take a look here. I have my phone still in American Fahrenheit, and it's telling me that right now it feels like 15 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very cold. Isn't that below freezing for y'all? Today is Owen's 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Owen. That's so awesome, Donna. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Happy birthday to Owen. Happy birthday to Owen. Happy birthday to Owen. Happy birthday to Owen. I'm so glad. Such a good little gentleman, such a good little man, and such a great lady. His grandma is his Mimi. That's what Owen calls his grandma, his Mimi. Listen, you want to know what a good grandma is? Miss Donna has a picture of Owen in the back of her car. I'm talking a large laminated photo of him that she brings around to different football games. I think it's so sweet. I just love it. I love all of the like festive cheer, or it's not festive, it's like, I don't know, just support for school sports in America. I just think it's so cool. I was so taken aback in Canada. It's just not like that. I wish it was, because it's nice and it's a good way to spend time, and it's healthier than just getting drunk on Saturdays or Fridays. Anyways, let's keep watching this. Thank you once again, Donna. I appreciate you. Love you.
Or court-appointed attorney. If you would like an attorney to represent you, you'll have to hire your own attorney, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Pierre is in 7. Pierre, you gotta sign.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Pierre.
All right, Mr. Pierre. You have got 3 charges. All of these are misdemeanors. The first is improper crossing at a roadway by a pedestrian. That bond is $500. The second is obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That bond is $2,000. And the third charge is possession of a drug-related object. That bond is $500. So your total bond is $3,000. I've scheduled a preliminary hearing for you for February the 13th. Unless you want to waive that hearing today. Do you want me to put it on the calendar for February the 13th?
Waive it.
You want to waive it? Okay. Okay. So the deputies there will have a waiver form for you to sign, and then they will send that over to me to sign this morning. And I understand from your attorney application you're not currently working. Do you have any other kind of income?
Sir.
All right. I am going to appoint somebody to represent you. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Last one. We'll do one more and then we're gonna call it a night, because I realize it's 5 o'clock. I have to make dinner. What am I gonna make for dinner? I don't know yet. Actually, I do sort of know, but I'll say it because I don't want to jinx it. Okay.
I got it. Two
All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me?
Yes, sir. Eddie Pickles.
Eddie Pickles? You telling me our last guy's name is Eddie Pickles? Oh, Jesus. Oh, YouTube daddy. When you gift us well, don't you? Eddie Pickles. What did Eddie Pickles do? Ladies and gents, get your guesses in as to what Mr. Pickles did before we end for the evening. Also, Tupac, I know what it's like. I used to live in 100-and-something-year-old house, multiple, for many, many years. And in fact, I had to go over and sort of prepare it recently because my grandma is away, Nana's away. And part of it is very comforting. It's got good bones, but our house was not well insulated. And so it's still very cold. I think good insulation and actually like good double paned windows are probably the biggest deal. But we have a lot of original or like old windows in the house that we just replace upon when they break. So ideally, having good windows is really, really helpful in terms of yeah, that. But I don't want to jinx it because I just again decided what I'm making for dinner. I'm fucking again really now pumped as fuck. Um can tell you guys. I'm gonna make sausages and Yorkshire pudding and stuffing, gravy, and baked potato. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna make. Most of that is a carb. Yes, I know that. Most of it is brown. Yeah, I'm aware. Want it all. That's what I want. And that's what I have. And that's what I'm making. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyways, yeah, please let it be another TGI Fridays that he got banned from. Let's find out.
Pittman. Have Pippins. I've got that we took care of your case earlier in the week. Were you in here on like Monday?
Yes, sir. I done that. I paid my bond. I told these people that I'm waiting on Douglas County to come get me. I've been done. Bond been paid. My wife has bond receipt, everything.
Oh, you're waiting to be sent to Douglas County?
Yes, sir. I've been done.
Warrant there. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm misdemeanor warrant. They even have me in a whole nother pod waiting on Douglas County to come get me. I'm not even with Clayton County people. We're in a whole nother pod.
All right. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. So we took care of all the paperwork on Monday. Something happened where you popped back up again, but we took care of everything there.
Okay. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So that takes care of everything. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name for me? All right, Mr. Rode, you've got two charges. There's loitering. That's a misdemeanor. That bond is $1,000. There's obstruction of a law enforcement officer. That bond is $500. So your total bond is $1,500. I'm going to schedule you for a preliminary hearing for February the 13th, unless you want to waive that hearing. You want me to schedule it? Waive it? Okay. I'll indicate here you're waiving the hearing, and the deputies there will have a waiver form for you to sign. And they'll send that over to me to sign this morning. And so I understand you from your application, you've indicated your income level. You've indicated you do have children, but they're all adults. Is that right?
Nah.
Oh, okay. How many children do you have?
One.
One. How old's your child?
Probably like she's 7.
7. Okay. Okay. I am going to assign somebody.
Bye, MB. We're almost dipping as well. I'm yelling over there like he's making something. Don't make shit. I'm making delicious dinner shortly.
To represent you this morning. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay, we're done now. So let me just go big here for a second. Live screen me big. Hold on as I yell something. Something broke. I can't see me. I'm sure you can, but I can't. I have to exit out of this and I don't know how. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna do that now.